What's up, guys? Good morning. Hope we're all having a good Thursday morning here so far, but we are on a 2-minute chart. Volatility is decent. ATR sitting at 23 this time of day. That is decent's an understatement compared to what we've been seeing lately. That is tremendous compared to what we've been seeing lately. So, let's get to work, man. 56 seconds out. Again, as the regulars pour on in. Welcome, guys. How we doing? We are sitting on a 2-minute chart, and we are 49 seconds out. Dips and peaks, good morning. How we doing? Eric, good to see you. Kane, ABB, what's up, brother? Javaz, good to see you. Jake, 5-minute dollar bill. Matthew, how we doing, guys? Good to see everybody here. All right. $20 seconds out here. Range day, baby. Got to keep an eye on that. The range here is about 200 points so far on the day from low to high, which is good. But we're seeing a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. So, got to maintain a range mentality to the best of our ability here. I think right now what I'm really thinking is I'd like to see... I'd be willing to short strong-ish bull bars closing near the high. I would prefer to take the bar after a bar like that. For example, you get a strong bull bar closing near the high, then small bear bar closing near the low. I'd prefer to short with a stop limit sell after that on the rollover of that bear bar. And vice versa. You get a strong bear bar closing near the low, small bull bar closing near the high. I'd prefer to get long with a stop limit buy above that bull bar, right? So, but, you know, will I short a bull bar closing near the high, buy a bear bar closing near the low? Yeah. Yeah, as long as it's on the outside of the range. If it's on the inside of the range or the opposing third of the range, as you guys know, then the opposite will be done. So we can talk all day like everybody else likes to do. Let's just do the thing. All right, and see what we can get done here today. If we can put something half decent together. 57 seconds out. Tony, Bigfoot, what's up, guys? How we doing? Hey, True Seeker, good morning. Good morning. Glad you like it. The trades on the 24/7 trade replay, wins and losses, not just a highlight reel, it's just the reality of what we're doing here. Those are updated every single day. Some fall off the end, and new ones from the day get filtered in. So it will not go stale. 10 seconds out here. Let's see what we get. All right, we need one more bar here. 2 minutes. Hey, Biblical, good morning. John, how we doing? Slick, good to have you. All right. We might be getting what I'm looking for here. 60 seconds out. Again, you guys know we just talked about this 2 seconds ago. If we get a nice clean bear bar, small bear bar, not big, closing near the low, I'm going to have to put out a stop limit sell and see if we can get short on some follow through. 45 seconds out. See if we can get that, man. That'd be a nice way to start the day, huh? right, Bears. Come on now. Keep it low, Bears. Copy trader engaged. Stop limit sell engaged. Suck that down out of the way. Bring it back up. Ooh, there's a wick on that bar. I'll give that about 10 seconds. That is about a B setup at absolute best. If we don't get filled in 10 seconds, I do not want to participate. There's 10 seconds. Pull it. No trade. Next bar. Minute 46 out. So, volatility, man, I gotta tell you, I don't want to speak too soon. I almost just want to shut my mouth and hope it stays. But volatility seems to be coming back. I really, really hesitate to say it, but it seems to maybe be here to stay at least a little bit. I mean, ATR is above 20 this time of day. Man, we'll take it. It has been for damn near a week. We had maybe one day where it really tanked off this time of day. Now, are we in a trend market? I wouldn't go that far here yet. But we're in a volatile range market, I'll say, with a couple of intraday trends mixed in. Which, I mean, listen, as long as you can kind of try to keep your finger on the pulse, you know, it's not smooth sailing. You don't come in and do the exact same thing every day, but that's trading, right? We come in, we assess what the market environment is, and we make the best decisions we possibly can, and we accept the outcome like adults. It's a good market to trade. This kind of market. It's a good market to get some work done here. Man, what we don't want is before noon, we have a 4.5 ATR. That just kills everything. Kills the enjoyment of it. It kills the P&L. At least in a lot of cases. All right. 12 seconds out here. Copy trader engaged. Same idea applies. Looking to put a stop limit sell just below the close of a decent bear bar. Doesn't have to be perfect, but the more perfect it is, the more time we'll give it. See this inside close? That's a B setup. I'll give that 15 seconds. See if we can get a fill. That keeps managing my risk easy. A few more seconds here. No fill. Gotta pull it. Gotta pull it. Next bar here, minute 40 out. Nico passed 5 evals this morning. Good work. Good work. Used a mix of your style and my touch and go maze regardless. I think you learned a lot. Good work, Joe. Love to hear it. Good morning. How we doing? I really don't like drawing trend lines that are that aggressive, but we have to. I mean, it's there, right? This is a wedge. Now that you guys see it, I'm gonna get rid of it because I do not like having those on my screen. They're far too aggressive. When things are too close to vertical, like let's say more than a 45-degree angle, it starts getting skeptical. They tend not to hold up the same way as a more traditional line. All right, kind of another small bear bar. 3 in a row. Gonna need more info. One more bar here. Minute 50 out. Hopefully this sequence doesn't last too long because this is killing ATR a little bit. We're down from 23 down to 19.5 just in the last few bars here. Come on now, Bears. Bulls, somebody give us something that's not an inside close, something we can do something with here. All right, here we go. 20 seconds out. Ooh, that pulled back. Limit sell out. One tick above the previous bar's wick high. I could draw like that. I mean, realistically, I'd probably just scrap this whole line and draw this like a flat top that also has kind of the feel of a trend line to it, descending trend line. But there's no fill on there, so we'll pull it. Move on here, next bar. And I want quick resolution with these trades. Ideally, it doesn't always work this way, right? But you want to be in the money as quickly as possible. And if you don't get a fill quick enough, especially on a lower quality setup, like a lower grade, maybe a B, B+, if you're not getting a fill in 20, 25 seconds kind of tops for a B setup, I go more 15, 20. Should the order really still be sitting out? I tend to lean toward no. I mean, you know, we're trading a 2-minute chart. Got to make a decision every 2 minutes. Not that big of a deal. Just pull it. Get more information. Stay a little bit picky. Don't be too picky. You know, you gotta. I'll put on the B, B+ setups you guys see, but my grading is probably a little more strict than some other people. So if you get a little loosey-goosey with it, maybe go A- at the least. All right, 25 seconds here. Nothing there. I think we're stuck in this little wedge, huh? What do you guys think? I think we're kind of stuck here. That's gonna break. Do I care which direction it breaks? Nope. Nope. But we have to consider, you know, I mean, people are probably looking at some like that also. All right, 5 seconds out from the close of the 5-minute bar, and there's nothing there. It's not a doji, but there's big wicks on either side of it. So I mean, you can kind of tell, right? If you look at the 2-minute chart, you look at the last 2.5 bars, you can kind of picture what that 5 would even look like without even looking at it. HR holding up 19.7 here. All right, let's get rid of all this. We are 20 seconds out. Now, this is one of those scenarios where, you know, my copy trader is engaged, stop limit sell out. I'll take a swing because risk is relatively tight, and we're now trying to break that. So let's see if we can get a curl. Let's see here as that bar grows. Place it, beautiful placement. I like that. Give that maybe, I'm going to give it like 20 seconds. I'm not going to give it the full 30 just because we know we're dealing with a potential us setting support. But if we do get a fill here in the next 7 seconds, managing risk is relatively simple. Not there, gotta pull it. As much as you want to leave it out and say, well, hang on. Let's just see if it'll fill me. I can't do it, man. That'd be a rule break. You start breaking rules left and right, now where do you draw the line, right? You gotta respect what you're trying to do here enough to not break your own fucking rules. Come on, man. They're in place for a reason. They're here to make your decision-making process easier. They're here to make this a little more sustainable. So you're not coming in and just guessing on every decision. Are some of them going to be kind of arbitrary? Well, we try not to make them totally arbitrary, but yeah, some of them are put in place for a reason, but are they kind of arbitrary? Maybe. Maybe, but they help you out. All right, let's see if the Bears put in another bar here. If they put in another bear bar, you know what we're going to have to do, don't you? Let's see if they can. 25 seconds out. Come on, Bears. There you go. Good. 10 seconds. Copy trader engaged. Stop limit sell engaged. Shrinking bear body. That's all right. That's all right. We'll place that. Okay, we got to fill. Not, not the greatest. I'm only going to risk the signal bar. Not the greatest fill. Why not the greatest fill? We would have gotten filled regardless, but I placed that one tick too high. That's all right. On NASDAQ, sometimes it's tough to get the exact tick quickly. So would I call that a mistake? Yeah, not too bad of a mistake. Let's see if the Bears can give us a bit more follow through and actually, we have broken that, what looked like an ascending support here, right? That is broken now, I think we can safely say, but do the bulls try to take it back up and test that flat top? Maybe. And if they do, we'll be out long before then. With our stop, just risking that signal bar. Again, risk here is relatively tight. ATR 19.5. $55 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. There you go, Bears. Come on now, take it down through. Doji closed there. Give it up, Bulls. Give it up. Give it up. Take it down through. Bears fall off that cliff. Not too bad. ATR 18. See if we can get better than half an ATR. That's better than half an ATR. We'll take that. We'll take that and move on. Better than 12 points. All right. Next trade here. All right, now this here, this is not low a day, but it is a curl. So are there stops there? You bet your ass there's some stops there. 18 seconds out, man. Copy trader engaged. It's kind of far. It's about 35, 30 points, man. I don't know if we'll actually go for the full stop hunt, but let's just see where this bar closes up. And we can manage once we're in. All I know is I want to participate if this closes. Yeah, I gotta place that. Get that placed. Get that out. Perfect. Give that 25 more seconds. See if we can get a fill. It's a relatively sizable bare body signal bar, right? See that? Not even taking it out a wick beneath. I'm sorry, a tick beneath. 30 seconds, pull it, no trade. No trade, the benefit of using a stop limit entry on these little continuation setups inside of this range. If it's not already going in my favor on a setup like that, I don't want to be involved. At least quickly, right? Now here we are going through. All right, minute 5 left here on this 2 minute. Are we coming into maybe a double bottom? I don't know. I'm going to have to challenge this. We are 25 seconds out. All right. Copy trader engaged. I'll challenge it if we get a good close. If we do not get a clean close, doesn't have to be perfect, has to be clean within reason. And I'd like it to stay above 203. Boom, placed it. Ooh. I gotta pull that. I gotta pull that. Did you guys see what just happened? It wicked down through as I placed the order. Did not trigger. Price was back above. It may not have looked like it. It looked to me like it should have triggered, I gotta tell you. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Price clearly was above, back above the order by the time it got set. Looked like it wasn't though. I gotta be honest. Either way, now that this wick, this is a good actually learning experience for all of us. Now, or I guess for you guys. Now that this wick had already pushed through and reverse, I didn't get a fill. I would have gotten a fill had the order been out and it didn't move in that particular way. Pull it and move on. The trade has changed by the time I'm not getting filled, right? So it's all right. 60 seconds out. New 2 minute bar here, of course. Let's see if we get something here. 55 seconds. Now, unfortunately, yeah, these stops down here, they didn't do much. 3 points. But even with that stop hunting mentality gone, we got to think about this. If this bear bar gets a bit bigger here, it's kind of a big shrinking bear body right now. All right. Copy trader. Ooh. I like to see that. Let's see if we can get a clean close near the low. Come on, Bears, take it lower. Yeah, that's a B setup. 15 seconds we'll give it. And we will get a fill, but you better believe I'm not risking any more than that signal bar. That's all I'm risking on this trade. I want to see some quick follow through downside. We are looking at 7 consecutive bear closes. So ATR 19.7, pretty much 20. See if we can get anything out of this. There you go, Bears. Take it through. Take it through. All right, let's see if those bulls reclaim that full signal bar. A little volatility influx, huh? I'll move my protective take profit right below low of day. Not that we'll need it, but if we do get news, I'd like to book those stops along with the rest of it. If we get news. Again, not entirely likely. Come on, Bears, you were doing so well. And that is going to be the first week. Embarrassing, but the first bull bar after 7 consecutive bear bars. Kind of a weak bull body. However, if we take out my signal bar, we're going to be out. And actually, I'm going to suck up my stop 2 ticks. There we go. Just me being picky. All right now, Bears. There's plenty of room to the downside from pretty much every look, every range we could possibly draw. I really like this trade. Now it's just time to find out, hey, does it work? Which, you know, answer's not always yes, man. That's the game here. 30 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. Come on, Bears. Get it done for us. Doji close. Tiny, tiny, tiny little doji bear body. Still no decision to be made on that bar either. As far as management, right? There you go, Bears. Take it down through. Take it through. Take it through. Take it through. ATR about 20. There you go. It's about damn time. Bears, keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. ATR 20. Oh. All right, we got about half an ATR. About 10 1/4 points at least flashed. I think I got filled. Let me think here. I got filled maybe 9 3/4 points. About half an ATR. That's all right. Again, that's just me being picky. All right, next trade. Let's move on here. Good scalp nonetheless. That was trade 2 of the day, so let's look for number 3 here. Is wick back here on this bar. Starting to think twice after these 2 bars. As far as an entry here. I'm going to need one more bar. I need a little bit more information. Low of day is right where my cursor is. About 23,155. So, you know I'm looking to go hunting. Let's see if we can get some stop hunting going. If this bar closed as a bear bar right about there, that'd be a beauty. We can look to hunt those stops. All right. Home Decor, appreciate you. They say, I don't know, for some reason, I don't face a lot of challenge trading evals. Yeah, this is very common. But I struggle to trade with funded accounts. Maybe it might be the trailing drawdowns. Well, if you're trading at a prop firm that has end of day drawdown on the test and then trailing in the funded, it's likely that, Apex is going to be both. Okay, but realistically, I'm trailing with both the eval and the funded, right? Realistically, the issue is you're trading too big in the fundeds. That's realistically the issue. Because if you're trading, I'm not telling you guys to trade one micro. I mean, we're here to make money at the end of the day, right? You still have to get payouts reasonably consistently for this to be a profitable venture that earns your time of day every weekday. But in an Apex 50K account, for example, hey man, 3 to 5 micros as a starter position is plenty. If you want to add maybe once, twice, maybe size down to 2, as the starter position. But don't be starting with 2 minis. It's too big. It's too big for a starter on an Apex 50. It just is. Now, listen, there's a lot of ways to make the business model work. If you're somebody who's like, yeah, but I'm really aggressive. My business model on paper is my average account will churn every 2.5 weeks. My average account earns 1 payout only before I blow it, and then I move on to the next. I'm a very aggressive trader, and I'm profitable. If that's you, more power to you. Again, I'll be the first to say there's a lot of ways to make the prop trading business model work. On our end as the traders, lots of ways. If you're like, I don't like blown accounts, messes up my psychology, I want to hold on to an account for at least 4 months, you're going to be trading really small, at least a lot smaller than maybe some other people. If you're like, no, I'll blow an account every 12 trading days, but yeah, my expenses are a little higher, but I'm still, my revenue is higher too because I'm more aggressive and I'm taking payouts more consistently, more often. But I blow accounts more often. If that's you, again, hey, guys, there's no one secret. Trade as big as works with your psychology. And the answer is most of you lean toward trading too big. That's just the reality. If you're blowing too many accounts and not taking enough payouts, size down. Size down. There's no magic. I mean, the magic is you got to have statistical edge over the long term. But if you think within reason that you have an edge and you're still not really seeing any success, guess what? You're trading too big. You're not giving the edge enough time to play out, enough sample size to play out, at least consistently. All right, minute 30 out here. Let's see if we can get another bear bar closing near the low. I would need it to grow from here. Obviously, take out this little low. Well, there we go. Quick little wick. Let's see if we can get this thing closing closer down to here. And then guess what we have on our hands? We have a stop hunting mentality on our hands. All right, 20 seconds out. Flipping back into a bull body. If this holds as a bull body, you know there's nothing I can do on this bar. See, 10 seconds. All right, next bar here, 2 minutes out. All right, a lot of alternating bars here. Bear, bull, bear, bull, bear. We enter a little sideways trading range like this, kind of right ahead of the low of day. Again, I want to go hunting for these stops down here around 23,155. I'd love to do so. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Just toss on a random trade with a single bear bar within a range? No, you can't do it. Can't do it. I need at least consecutive with the second closing same size or growing, ideally, within reason. Still ahead of that low of day, obviously, within reason. And near the low of the bar outside of this new sideways little trading range that we've been forming the last 10-15 minutes. That's what I need. And hey, if we flip and turn this into maybe a little double bottom and flip and get, 2-3 consecutive bull bars, all of a sudden we're getting long. Don't get married to an idea. Just trade the price action. At least if you're scalping price action like we do around here. All right, man, we are 20 seconds out. This is essentially turning right back into a doji. Let's see how it closes up, though. am ready just in case. Oh, just barely an inside close. You see this? Bears are a little hesitant, at least based on that information. A little hesitant. We need one more bar. One more bar. Low of days right here at my cursor. Again, I want to go hunting. Now, if we do break that low, am I expecting a violent 25-point break? Hell no. We're in a range market. So I'd be looking just for a few extra points of kind of quote-unquote free liquidity. If we can break that from those stops getting triggered down low. Of course, those are going to be sell market stops from longs. Right? More like swing traders sitting long. Or I guess scalpers taking longs right here. But in this moment, we just got to stay focused on this range here. All right. All right, we are 12 seconds out. Let's see how this bull bar closes up, man. Might take a little stab here. Let's see how it closes. Boom. Limit sell out. We are filled. And I'm going to suck this guy up tight. Tight. Little stab. I was not bullshitting you when I said little. And we'll just see if we can get something going here back into the range. ATR is 19.5. See if we can get maybe at least half an ATR out of this little scalp. See if we can just suck back into the range. Bears doing a half decent job thus far. Not quite getting us to where we need. Beauty. We'll take 10.5. That's better than half an ATR. It's about half an ATR. Little better than half an ATR. All right, that's trade number 3 on the day. Let's move on. All right, new 2-minute bar here. A couple minutes out. Nothing I can do on that bar. Kind of middle-ish of the range, not really extreme. Get some more information going here. If I were going to get long, I would need to see consecutive bars. Okay, now, right now, I'm looking at this, and I know some people are thinking, yeah, I should probably get long. Maybe. I can't yet. I can't yet. In 10 seconds, we'll get a new 2-minute bar, and when that occurs, if we get a consecutive bull body, sizable, closing near the high, then I can say, okay, you know, the market took that range out back behind the barn. But right now, I'm still looking at that range thinking, I don't know, man. These ranges aren't giving up quite that easy lately. There you go. Barrett's taking it right back into the range. All right, 3 trades so far on the day, 3 winners. Let's see if we can kind of keep this rocking and rolling here. Looking for trade number 4. We are 45 seconds out from a dual rollover on the 5 and the 2. I repeat, 40 seconds out. We have a dual rollover on the 5-minute and the 2-minute. Okay, but we're still in this little trading range, even though we have consecutive bull bodies on the 5-minute chart. I'm sorry, you know, they're just not breaking out of this range too convincingly. So we're going to stay right here on the 2-minute, which is what you're currently looking at, and see if we can get a little bit more information here. So maybe we can hit trade number 4 on the day. How are you guys doing so far today, by the way? If you missed the mark on market context, adjust on the fly. You know, you're betting on big breakouts 2-3 times in a row, losing, adjust. As long as the market hasn't adjusted since that happened. All right, 50 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. You see that sucking right back into the range we just talked about, right? Now, right now, you know, I'd probably call this range. Don't overthink it. I'd probably call it like that, right? Yeah, this bear body waking back upside. Bull's trying to step in here. See if it closes. Obviously inside of this bar. Let's see if it closes inside of this one also. It will. It will. Big ol' inside close there out of the bear is weak. Weak work with bears. All right, so you know that range is there, so let's get rid of the lines, just clean things up as we go. And move on. Keep looking for trade number 4 on the day. All right, 30 seconds out here from the close of this 2-minute bar. Let's see how we close up here. If we get a nice, decent bear bar closing near the low, I would put out a stop limit sell and see if we can get a fill. But the bulls are taking this right back into a small little bull body. All right, next bar here. Good day here so far. 3 trades. I'll be right back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. Minute 35 out here on this 2-minute bar. We do not have a dual rollover coming. We just got a rollover on the 5-minute chart, but we have a minute 26 left here on this 2-minute chart. Let's see how this closes up. We might have something we can work with here. Hey man, if you guys haven't yet, and if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button. Helps out tremendously. And I appreciate you doing so. All right, 40 seconds out here. If we get a nice bull close near the high end of the channel, I will hit it with a limit sell to get short for a pullback into the channel, but the bears are already doing it. Bears are already pulling it way back. Kind of taking my volatility there. I need to close way the hell up here. Well, nothing here on this bar. All right, next bar, 2 minutes. Danny, I just subscribed. Even better, right? You're damn straight. You're damn straight, even better. All right, we're sitting here looking for trade number 4 of the day. "25 seconds out here on this 2-minute bar. And right now, there's not a lot of decisive nature to it, is there? It can change, though. Let's see. Copy trader engaged in case... Okay, interesting. Interesting. Pulling... I'm gonna pop one out. Ooh. Error. We got the error. Alright, next bar. Now, why do you get the error? You get the error when you try to put out a stop limit sell or a stop limit buy, and you click and the price is not on the correct side. So it happens when I'm too late to place the order, which is okay. Which is alright, because when that happens, I'd prefer to actually just get the error message from NinjaTrader rather than just get a fill that I'm not really looking for. Alright, next bar here. Minute 15 out. Let's see if we can actually get a real entry here this time. See if the market gives us something. All right, 15 seconds out. Copy trader engaged. This has to close right in a little range. Right in between the wick low of the last bar. I'll pop that out. I'll give that 10 seconds, see if we can get a fill. Now, what am I looking for? I want to see if I can kind of try to hunt some stops. But if we don't get a fill here, yeah, no fill. Got to pull it. Next bar here, minute 40 out. Now, however, of course, the risk looking to try to hunt stops here, I mean, we all know what it is, right? It's that this is a big-ass range. Okay, so essentially that, which is why I want quick resolution on those little trades, which is why I'm not giving it 25, 30 seconds. I'm giving it 10, 15. Because this is the most likely thing. Now, if we do get a breakthrough, reward to risk improves and it makes up for the lower probability. But I'm certainly not against taking trades inside the channel. The channel is wide enough. It's not tremendously wide. I mean, realistically, we're looking at a 40-point wide channel. That's all right. I mean, we can work with it. ATR is 18. I'd like to see that pop back up above 20 if we could. Let's get volatility coming back in a little bit more. But I'm not going to complain too much about 18. We'll take it. It could be 8. Six seconds. Here comes the rollover of this 2-minute bar, closing right inside with a big old wick. All right. Nothing within reason to do there on that bar. So next bar it is, minute 53 out. All right, baby, 30 seconds out. Let's get the copy trader engaged, and let's see. Can we get a bull close above this previous bar's wick high? We're inside the channel. There's enough room. Are we in the middle of the channel? Yes, we are. But when we're looking for, half to a whole ATR, that is within reason. So, what's interesting is it takes a special scenario to do this, but I'm actually going to use a stop limit buy. Yeah, you see that close right at the wick high? That turned that from an A setup to a B setup. So we'll give that 15 seconds total. 7 more seconds here to see if we can get a fill. Gotta pull it. No trade, no fill, no trade. Still got my eye on that low a day. Down toward 23,155. Man, I'd love to stop hunt it. But if the market doesn't give us the option to, then we can't. All right, 10 seconds here. Let's engage the copier. We're coming up toward the high end of that little, yeah, that right there, that's the low end of the top third of this range. Getting a little high for me to, you know, take a scalp to the long side. So I'm not going to. Next bar here, minute 47 out. All right, 20 seconds out, copy trader engaged. Let's see, can we get this nice bear bar closing a little closer to the low of this range? And if we can, I want to look to buy the rollover. And actually, what I'm going to do here is put a limit buy 1 tick beneath the low of that bar. We'll give this 15 total seconds, which means I need to fill in the next 6 seconds. No fill, no trade. Pull it next bar, minute 40 out. This market is teasing us, man. We've been trying to catch the 4th trade of the day for quite a few bars now. We'll get it here. Don't you worry. Okay, ATR falling a little bit, sitting about 17.7. We know that range is there. But this is kind of a look, right? Had this bull bar closed quite a bit higher, we might have had something there. Big old inside close, nothing I can do there even if I wanted. So we need a little bit more information right now, just to kind of let you guys in. I mean, right? If you kind of remove that range mentality, it's still in the range, but it's turning more into a wedge. Now, which way does it break? Is essentially 50-50. It's essentially 50-50. Once it does break, we're going to have probably a whole lot of trades that we can take. So 3 trades so far here today. We're not done, man. Not even close. 15 seconds here. Nothing to do on that bar either. Next bar, minute 56 out. Now this next rollover here in less than 2 minutes will be a dual rollover, 5-minute and the 2-minute chart rolling over at the same time. Now if possible, we'll just stay here on the 2-minute chart if we get something we can execute. $60 seconds out. Do we get something here? Let's see. All right, we know that that wedge is there, along with this bigger just range. Okay, so let's get rid of that and clean it up so we can use a fresh set of eyes. 10 seconds. Copy trader's on in case we get a last second adjustment here. Nothing. Next bar, 2 minutes. We'll get trade number 4 of the day. Don't you worry. Here we are, minute 15 out. ATR 16. Come on, Bulls, hold that up. Hold that up. Get nice and cocky. And then I will have to step in and say, nope. 25 seconds out, copy trader. Engaged. Locked into the hotkeys here. Let's see if these bulls, there we go. That's what I like to see. And let's see if they can give us a nice, cocky bull close. Good, good. Hold it there, bulls. Slap it short, and we're in. Suck risk. Risk on this trade will be nice and tight. Nice and tight on the risk. Now, bears, take it right back into the channel. That's enough of that from the bulls. ATR 15.5. There it is, right back into the channel. Not enough. Not enough. Keep it going. Oh, you bears, that's weak, man. That's weak. Risk management here offloaded to the computer. Unless we get, of course, a bull close in between, basically here and there. That would be a long setup for me. Then I would make a buy decision, which when I'm short puts me flat. All right, the bears couldn't get it quite done. Didn't give us... We got close. Didn't quite give us half an ATR. Let's see if those bears can step in here. Or if the bulls end up taking out that little wick high that our stop is right behind. 48 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. Ooh, this might be the breakout attempt. Let's see. 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Bears trying to wick it back here. This will not be a decision bar here. Big ol' wick up top. All right, risk stays offloaded to the computer. Risk management, that is. Yeah, let's see if the bears can go. Yeah, right back into the channel. ATR 15.5. There you go, bears. Come on now, do it to them. Do it to them. You got a whole lot of channel to backfill. $52 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. Doesn't matter too much as far as the time right now. Just because, you know, the way that this is setting up now, our wick on that last bar is within 3 points of our stop. So, you know, a close at 215, would it be a buy decision? Yeah, but our stop is right there, and it's almost riskier to try to put out an order myself, a manual order. Because what sometimes will happen is the stop will trigger, and then the order will trigger, and then now you're flipped. So, at that point, when things get really tight, just completely offload that risk to the computer to avoid that risk of, you know, a fill, not glitch, but kind of a weird timing thing. All right, here comes that rollover. All right, bears. Right back into the range. Take it in. Not yet, bulls. Attaboy, bears. ATR 15.5. Take it back in there. This thing's not ready to break out. Keep it through. Keep it through. Boom, I'll take 9.5. That's better than half an ATR. We'll take that. Beautiful. That's trade number 4 of the day. And that is 4 winners so far on the day, so let's keep it moving here. Doesn't have to stay that way. I don't give a shit about streaks, but we'll keep it going. All right, 35 seconds out here from the close of this 2-minute bar. Let's see what we get. Yeah, that's going to roll over right at the bottom of this range, so I'm going to need one more bar for a little more information. If that was a smaller bare body, I'd be buying that, but that's a sizable bare body backfilling the entire range. That was our take profit bar, by the way. So I need a little more information because those really, really strong bare bodies can sometimes be, or bull bodies can sometimes be the one that eventually breaks these little ranges. So 90 seconds out, need a little more information here. Low a day, by the way. Whole NASDAQ, right? Low a day is at 155. Here's the test. There's the break of low a day. Remember, maybe, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes ago, we were talking, what's the expectation for a breakthrough low a day? I said, yeah, maybe a few points, not 15, not 20, not 25. Now, do we go lower over time? Yeah, I mean, maybe, right? I mean, on the initial break as far as the stops getting triggered. Because sometimes in trend markets, when you get, let's say it's a bear trend market, you get a push downside, and then a big curl, and then you break the downside. If it's a big volatile trend market, you might see a 13, 17 point break of the stop losses. This isn't that market, man. This is a range market. So you might see 2, 3, 4 points. So you gotta be careful on the ask that you make when you're hunting stops in a range market. Of course, we didn't really get the opportunity to hunt those stops here on that curl, which is fine. It just wasn't really, the stars didn't align for us here to hunt stops, at least so far today. We'll see if we can maybe a little later on. But you can see the bull stepping in right at that low a day, trying to wick this baby back up. 10 seconds left on this 2-minute bar. There's no decision to be made on this bar, so we'll get a little bit more information on this next bar here. Big bull wick, almost half that whole body. I'm sorry, almost half the whole bar. Wick versus body. Yeah, any of you guys wondering how many contracts we got? Top right, current position, that'll always show you. Symbol, MNQ. And of course, open P&L on the trade and number of trades on the day. It's all right upper right. Of course, we're flat right now, so there's nothing there. All right, 60 seconds out here. Let's see how this bar closes up. A small-ish bull body. Well, let's just see how it closes. There's quite a few different scenarios we could end up in here. $20 seconds out. Copy trader engage. Let's see how this bull body closes up. Need to see it. Ugh. That wick back is not what I need to see to take an entry here. I will, though. I'll get my stop limit buy out, suck it upside to avoid an accidental fill on a news bar or something. At least, man, if that gives us an accidental fill up there on a news bar, we got bigger problems. Ooh, nothing at all there. Next bar here, that's a big old doji. Minute 55 out. By the way, quick heads up, guys. Take Profit Trader still 40% off, no activation fee, which is just a fucking tremendous deal. I have no problem hitting accounts at that deal. When you use code BIG, B-I-G, that deal makes the numbers look tremendous. Assuming you have some kind of statistical edge, or at least reason to believe so. Now, of course, you should be tracking your data. But I know a lot of you guys aren't doing that. But code BIGMAN, B-I-G, best deal always. No matter when you use it, take Profit Trader. And Apex, for that matter. And you guys know I'm running a whole bunch of Apex accounts right now. $15 seconds out here. See if we get some kind of reasonable close. Copy trader engaged. 10 seconds. Stop limit buy ready to go. Let's see what we get as far as a close. That's an inside close. Nothing to do there. Cancel that order. Next bar. Minute 55 out. All right, ATR is at 18. We're 60 seconds out. All right, Bulls, calm it down. Calm it down just a little bit. Alright, we gotta get a stop limit buy ready here. Ooh, that bar is growing. I can't, gotta hold off. Let me explain why. I would risk the full signal bar, correct? I would. That right there is, I mean, we're talking over 25 points of risk. And if you look, is there really reasonably plenty of room without hang up toward this flat top? No, not really. There's really not. There's maybe 20 points of room. At best, you're talking maybe 15 before the bears start to try to step in and kind of front run that flat test top. So I got to hold off there on that trade. As nice as it looked, got to hold off. It's just not there. So we're a minute 20 out here. Next bar. All right. 15 seconds. Copy trader engaged. Let's see here. 2 consecutive bull bodies. Let's see. Hold on, bears. Slow it down. Slow it down. Stay it right there. 5 seconds out. The stop limit sell ready to rock. Boom. Slap it. Give that Beautiful. We got a fill. Suck up, only risk the signal bar, no more, no less. Signal bar is at risk. Good, I like that setup. I like that setup a lot. Let's see if we can get a push downside. ATR 17.8. This here's trade number 5 on the day. Now this here is just, what is this, right? This is a bet that that little range we were seeing earlier is softening. Meaning turning less into a sideways range, turning a little bit more into a kind of a descending channel. We got that little signal bar there, that bear body after a few consecutive bull bodies. You guys will see me take trades like this pretty consistently. That's that smaller body after consecutive opposing bodies, right? That we're always talking about. All right, 43 seconds left here on this 2-minute bar. Though, for the most part, trade here is offloaded to the computer. I'm sorry, risk management here is offloaded to the computer. Just because the way that this trade is structured, there's really not a whole lot for me to do as far as risk management aside from having the live stop order out. All right, Bears, let's do it to them. Let's show them that this channel is softening here. Here comes the rollover of this 2-minute bar. All right, half decent close there out of the bulls. Of course, no decision to be made out of me. ATR sitting at about 17. There you go, Bears. Take it down through. Soften up that channel. There you are. Better than half an ATR. We will take it. Just better than half an ATR. Close. But we will take it. There it is. Trade number 5 of the day. Let's move on. All right, 22 seconds out. Now, sitting at low a day like this, pretty much, with a new-ish level, not going to be a lot of stops down there. It's a new level, not enough time for a ton to accumulate. So I need more information than what we just got. All right, here we go. 55 seconds. Hmm. 30 seconds out here. Yeah, Bear's taking it. Well, let's see how it closes up. It's kind of a back and forth little battle here. Bear's trying to wick it back. Bull's saying, well, hey, let's take it back higher. We do not have consecutive bear bars. We're sitting kind of right near the low of day. Here comes the rollover. This is essentially turning into a doji. That is no decision for me. I need more information than that. Next bar here, minute 52 out. If you guys aren't, man, subscribe to the channel. We're live every day. Scalping live. All right, here we are, 45 seconds out. Ten seconds. Sitting right at low a day. Little bare body. Yeah, there's no decision for me there. I mean, we are right at low a day. Oh, damn, to the tick. All right. There's a push. There's a push through mad low a day. Ooh, those longs just getting abused. Oh, man. Bull stepping in, averaging down. Saying, it's a range market. We're not going very far. Yeah, I mean, they're not making an unreasonable statement. To think this is going to go a tremendous distance is relatively low probability. I mean, it's kind of gray area, right? As far as, well, how far is relatively far? But, you know, being a range market, it's a volatile range market, but it is more of a range market. So the bull stepping in on the break of low a day is not uncommon. Getting that wick back upside. 52 seconds out. All right, here comes the rollover. We're gonna keep that big old wick. No decision to be made. Next bar, minute 55. Man, how you guys doing, by the way? Hey, if you're not doing so hot today, don't be scared. You don't have to share anything you don't want to. It's not my business. But if you want to talk about something, let's hear it. Or if you're killing it and you just want to brag, let's hear it as well. Gotta see both sides, man. Don't be scared to share your wins. Show it. Tell us. Let's hear about it. It's not bragging if it's true. Dual rollover coming, by the way. Minute 15 out. Simultaneous rollover between the 5 and the 2. Manuel, good work, brother. Reach daily max on 4 take profit trader 50k evals. Oh, here we go. Just managed to pass an eval. Thanks to watching you the past 3-4 days. Good work. Ben up almost 4,000 today. Mark, that's all right. It's all right. Just keep doing your job. Here we get a rollover. See this? Inside close. No decision when we're at low a day like we are. You get an inside close like that, there's nothing for me to do. Next bar here, minute 53 out. Looking for trade number 6 of the day. All right, guys. Hey, I'll be right back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. Minute 3 out here from the close of this 2-minute bar. Let's see if we get something we can do something with. A whole lot of wicks, whole lot of hesitation here out of the bears. We are pushing deeper into the lows, you know, which is good to see. I mean, it does increase volatility a little bit. Increase the range on the day. That's good to see. Range on the day is now over 200 points, which is very, very nice. But just keep an eye on this. All right, 10 seconds. Copy trader engaged. Stop limit sell engaged. Big wick upside, false alarm, no trade. Next bar, 2 minutes. All right, we might have something to work with here. Depends how this bar closes up. A sizable bull body taking out the wick highs of the previous two bear bars would be a stop limit buy entry for me. Could also turn into a short setup. We just got to see how this closes. 50 seconds. ATR 17.3, by the way. All right. 30 seconds out here. Bulls holding it up, holding that wick. Do we close as a little doji here? Let's see. I'll get ready just in case. Oh man, yeah, inside close. Quite the last second adjustment, right? You gotta be ready. These 2 minute bars, so I guess any bar, but especially, you know, these 2 minutes when you're getting so many of them. Be ready for those last second adjustments. Still inside close out of that bear body, which means nothing I can do there. Gotta stay disciplined. Well, beautiful day here. 5 trades on the day. Happen to be 5 winners. Listen, guys, don't get in your head about streaks. I get it. It's cool. It's fun to go on a streak a little bit. Not a tremendously large streak, but it's fun to go on a streak. But listen, you're going to have statistical outliers to the winning side and to the losing side. You know, I wouldn't say 5 is such a statistical outlier. You know, wasn't that long ago we had, I forget, maybe what was it, like a 15 trade win streak? That's a little bit more of an outlier. The probability of that happening, starting a streak like that on any given trade that you take, is not tremendous, right? But you're also going to have those days where you lose 6 in a row. You know, it's just part of the game. Keep a level head to the best of your ability. Incredibly important. Don't let those outliers get to you. A lot of people, they'll go on a winning streak and they start trading a little bit differently to keep the streak alive. You know, that's not tremendous. Okay, here comes the rollover. Let's see what we get on this next bar. We might get something interesting. I'd like to see consecutive bars after these. 6. Yeah, they're not great bear bodies, but they are 6 bear bodies in a row. So I wanted to see a little bit more information here. Minute 45 out. All right, we are 30 seconds out. Do we get trade number 6 of the day? Let's see here. We'll just trade the plan, man. 20 seconds. Copy trader engaged. I would need to see this bull bar grow quite a bit more than where we currently sit. Move that upside. I don't want to get any surprises here, right, as far as a fill. 5 seconds. Last second adjustment on watch. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right, guys. That's going to do it here for the live show. I am out of here to hit lunch. 5 trades today, 5 winners. Hope to see you guys subscribe to the channel. Hey, hit like on the stream. Tomorrow morning when we're live scalping again, you'll open YouTube and it'll say, here you go. And it'll be right front and center. You can click, makes your life easy. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Appreciate you hanging out. All right, guys, have a good afternoon. Hey, be patient. Let it come to you. Hands off until it's not. But when it is, when the trade comes, fucking hit it hard, man. Hit it hard. All right, guys. Have a tremendous afternoon. I'll see you